To build a perfect football coach, we must consider a blend of philosophies, tactics, man management skills, leadership, and many other qualities. What if I tell you we have come up with our own creation using attributes from 10 famous managers? And truth be told, I can't wait to tell you. Starting with Pep Guardiola would be beyond boring, though we will talk about the Spaniard later. At number 1 we have Marcelo Bielsa, who enters the list as the perfect defensive coach. Modern football puts the goal scoring at the forefront of things, and there's nobody better at teaching attacking than El Loco. Bielsa's recognizable tactical approach involves relentless pressing and incredibly fast ball circulation. His attacking outlook was on display when his Leeds United ended a Premier League season with 62 goals in the first season following promotion. Only 5 teams found the net more often in that 2020-2021 campaign. The Argentinian puts immense emphasis on physical preparation, though not as much as a coach will mention later. Still, one of Bielsa's training methods is called murder ball. It's like football without any rules. Players divide into 2 teams and play offensive football without free kicks, throw-ins, fouls, or other stoppages. Bielsa is also a brilliant tactician and a huge inspiration to Pep Guardiola. After getting sacked by Leeds, he revealed he'd watched all the 380 matches of the preceding La Liga season as he was eyeing a comeback to Athletic Club. Marcelo Bielsa, the perfect attacking coach. Attack makes you a fan favorite, but defense wins you titles, or so they say. In order to score goals, you must have a brick wall at the back, and who can guarantee this better than Jose Mourinho? The Portuguese is jokingly described as a Parc de Bas coach, but he actually revolutionized the Premier League back in the day. The prime Jose built a dream Chelsea team that only conceded 15 goals and kept 24 clean sheets in the 2004-2005 season. Half of their wins were 1-0s. Jose said then, "In a training match, if the score reaches 5-4, I send the players back to the dressing rooms as they are not defending properly." Asked about the importance of having a solid defense, Mourinho came up with a hilarious metaphor. It's like having a blanket that's too small. You pull it up to keep your chest warm and your feet stick out. But I'm happy because the blanket is cashmere. The way Jose invested in cashmere proved he really adored his defensive style. Jose Mourinho, the perfect defensive manager. Having good players is not enough, they must be in shape. And if you need your troops to be ready, call Antonio Conte. With the Italian around, the players won't be goofing off on the training ground, and all the lazy bones will be kicked out. The tough love approach is not for everyone, but will result in a league title. Right upon taking over at Chelsea, the Italian surprised his players with exhausting running sessions in pre-season. John Terry admitted he'd never experienced anything like that in his 18 years at the club. Conte also had strict rules regarding sex. He tells his players to have as little sex as possible before games. Do it with the wife only and try not to make it last. The Italian also knows the best position for a footballer, and no, it's not a windbag, it's female on top. Antonio Conte, your go-to guy for physical preparation. Let me make my own corny joke here. If you guys want to be on top, just like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to never miss the next episode. Now back to business. We haven't talked about a team roster yet. Long-serving managers who are given time over years to build a squad are a rarity these days, so we have to take 2 steps back into the previous generations. We don't want to pump billions in our team, so we'd rather look for top deals, and it may surprise you, but Arsene Wenger was a real bargain hunter in the 90s. The Frenchman built his mighty arsenal on a shoestring. Patrick Vieira cost slightly over 5 million euros, and invincible center-back Kolo Touré cost Arsene Wenger laughable money, under 200,000 euros. France's number 1 talent at the time, Nicolas Anelka, was not much more expensive. Even Thierry Henry's 16 million signing in 1999 can be considered a low-cost one considering his total impact on the Premier League's and Arsenal history. Arsene Wenger, the revolutionary who was never eager to overpay. Now that we have our star personnel, we need to keep them all happy. Let's keep it straight. There's no one better at managing people than Carlo Ancelotti. One of the most player-centric coaches of our time, the Italian knows perfectly what it means to be on the same page with his squad. At Chelsea, he used to discuss his training methods with the team, adjusting his tactical style to their preferences. This didn't mean he would just bend to players. He had no problem benching Didier Drogba when the latter was late to training. It's all about balance and finding the best solution for everyone. In his second stint with Real Madrid, the Italian built a team jokingly called Friendship FC for their outstanding cohesion. Videos of him dancing with his players after the Champions League glory of 2022 still go viral from time to time. Even the ego trip of a man Cristiano Ronaldo himself had zero issues with Carletto, once calling him a big teddy bear and a sensitive, great guy. Carlo Ancelotti, the perfect manager when it comes to dealing with people. Let's talk about a bit of a niche. A perfect coach has to arrange set pieces. You don't expect Pep Guardiola or Jurgen Klopp to pop up here, do you? Rightly so. But you probably did not expect Sam Allardyce either, but here he is. Big Sam was a truly progressive and innovative coach for the Premier League at the time, drawing inspiration from physically oriented American football. Allardyce noticed the importance of set pieces and their effectiveness. His Bolton side would later score more than a third of all their goals through dead ball situations, while part of the transfer strategy would be dedicated to finding players who were great in this aspect. When his Sunderland secured Premier League survival in 2016, they bagged more set-piece goals than any other team, while also conceding the fewest. Truly, Sam Allardyce is the set-piece king. Next, we need a coach to get the team out of trouble, because sometimes forward keep missing chances and one leak at the back can sink you. So we need a comeback king. Here's one. We decide when it's over. Between minutes 82 and 94, you can score 8 goals if you want, but you have to work for it. That's what Jurgen Klopp said after defeat in one of his early games at Liverpool. No one apart from the man himself could imagine Klopp's team would later be called the comeback kings and mentality monsters for their ability to turn things around at any point. The 4-0 against Barcelona and the 4-3 against Borussia Dortmund are just the most standout turnarounds among multiple comebacks in the Premier League. There was a feeling Liverpool somewhat lost their comeback ability in the 2022-2023 season, but in Klopp's final season with the Reds, they're one of the best in the league at gaining points from losing positions. Truly, Jurgen Klopp is the comeback specialist and also best in the world at fist bumps. Next, we need a father figure to give young players advice, and one of the things Sir Alex Ferguson was renowned for was his ability to develop youngsters into world-class players. Multiple Man United legends have opened up about his role as a mentor and a father figure as he guided them on and off the pitch. For me, Sir Alex Ferguson is like a father in football. He helped me a lot and taught me many things. Such were the words of Cristiano Ronaldo. David Beckham also called Fergie one of the most important people in his life. That was long before Sir Alex flung a boot at his golden boy. Ferguson nurtured the entire club, not just those talented teenagers. He oversaw several generations in his 27 years at United and continues to do it now, albeit in a less impactful role. Father figure for talented young players, Sir Alex Ferguson. Okay, it's almost the end of the video and we can hear you grumbling. Where the hell Pep Guardiola is? There you go. From reinventing tiki-taka, although he doesn't like it to be called that way, to constantly dominating the Premier League with Manchester City, Pep Guardiola is easily the best tactician one may hire. The Catalan wouldn't have been this successful if he had continued asking his teams to play the Barcelona way. While his main emphasis is still put on dominating possession and defending by keeping the ball, Pep has become more flexible, especially in big games. Perhaps the biggest highlight of the treble-winning 2022-2023 season was beating Arsenal with just 36% possession. Guardiola's players evolve as much as his teams do. He created a legendary false nine role for Leo Messi. He transformed Philipp Lahm into a fantastic holding midfielder. He turned John Stones into a high-quality defensive midfielder. He made Nathan Ake a superb inverted fullback. Sometimes he overthinks too much, but 11 league titles in 15 years as a coach prove his ideas are always relevant. Pep Guardiola, tactical wizard and one of the best tacticians of all time. So this is it, the perfect coach. Or not. Here's one more, a mimic specialist, as we call it. Former Mexico head coach Miguel Herrera is the best in the world of grimacing. Sometimes you just have to look at his face to register all the humanly possible emotions. At the World Cup 2014, his Mexico side scored 5 goals in 4 games, so he had many reasons to celebrate the way he loves doing it the most. So here's the last thing that makes a perfect football coach: the best in-game mimics, the title that goes to Miguel Herrera. Have you enjoyed this episode? Send it to your friends so more football fans can watch and check out other videos on our channel. See you there!